Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Yo, this your boy Eric G. I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight to a new series I want to do within my Random Thoughts with Eric G. Season 6. This season, I think I told a lot of people already that I'm doing a 5-part series, different series within my season 6. You have my regular show that's Random Thoughts with Eric G, where I'll be doing like interviews and panels, and I'm letting people take over my show. It's gonna be like the real show. Then from there, I'm doing my local spotlight artist segment. Well, series now. It used to be a segment. I'm doing that where I'm interviewing different musicians from all over North Carolina, hopefully further out. From there, I'm doing the game night, which I got a chance to do earlier this week with some good people, good podcast friends. We did a Finish the Lyrics, something I did last season. I did it again for this season. I'm doing the Word to the Wise, which was something I did on Facebook, but now I'm doing it in a podcast form. Well, I'll be giving advice and reading advice. Reading different stories and giving advice. And then I'm doing this right here, which is called The Truth. The Truth is going to be a series I'm doing. It's not going to be as deep. It's spread out as my regular stuff, because it's mostly me. You know what I'm saying? It's just me getting back to the original version of the Random Thoughts series. So I feel like I wanted this to be more raw, more real to me than anything else, because it's just me doing this by myself. You know what I'm saying? There's no gimmicks, no videos, not me trying to put on. Excuse me. My wife just cooked some pork chop and piece stuck in my damn throat. Anyway, but it's just me, and the truth. Just me being my truth, living stuff that I went through in my past that allowed me to move forward in my future. So I'm ready to do this right here, man. Before I even get started, let me just say this right here, man. I think I'm doing this series right here more for me, just to let go of my past and reflection of my past, and just move forward into something new in my future. It's kind of like therapy for me. I keep saying if y'all been fans of my show for a while, y'all know that I have trouble speaking like by myself. So I'm just really trying to get myself more comfortable in doing this. As I go, hopefully I get more comfortable. My wife is telling me that I cuss a lot in my show, so I'm just letting y'all know it's gonna be a lot of cussing. That's gonna be a lot of cussing. It's gonna be a lot of ums and oh and man, and because it's just what I say to calm myself down and allow myself to tell my story like I'm supposed to, authentically. I also speak fast, which I've been told I do during this podcast series, man, and podcast seasons with different people I met. I know I talk fast, but I'm really be going off. But anyway, it's the truth. This was the truth. Let's sit back, get ready. I'm gonna tell you some real stories, and hopefully y'all learn from it, or be entertained. All mess ups are gonna be in this show. All right, here we go. Alright, y'all. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this right here. I don't know how I'm going to label these with chapters and chapter 1 and all this other bullshit. I don't know. But I'm just gonna go ahead and just do it. Just speak freely. I don't even know what stories I want to do. I just know I got a lot of shit that's been built up in my mind, and I don't know what story I'm gonna do. And these are true stories, not fake. It's nothing that that I seen happen to somebody else, nothing that somebody told me. These are stuff that happened in my life, 100% to me. Some of the stories I might hide the names because I don't like telling people my business too much and telling these real people stories that's around me. Like you said, I'm gonna keep it as close as I can to the exact situation that happened, and just go from there. So the reason I want to do this right here, man, I want to just go back from where I'm at right now. I am 34 years old. I'm married. I got 2 bonus sons, man. I don't like calling my stepsons, man. I call them my sons in real life. They 17 to 15. I've been married for 2 years, been in a relationship for 7 going on 8 years now. And I'm living in a nice middle class neighborhood and with an HOA. I'm doing all that shit now, man. And so I got a good job. Well, I ain't say good, but it's a good job for my neighborhood. I mean, for my community, you know what I'm saying? It's one of the best jobs you can have in my city. It's crazy, man. A lot of this shit, man, you would have told me this right 10 years ago. I wouldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a testament to how much God can really do for you. And I feel like God has smiled his light on me. No, I'm not 100% happy in my life, but I am very, very content and very excited about the future. To get into this point right here in my life, man, y'all gotta understand. It's amazing because I remember asking God for this stuff years ago, asking God for a family, asking God, for a family, for a better job and a way to make it out the hood and do this, that, and the third, and not have to struggle as much as I was. And I'm able at a place now where I can do that. I'm taking trips to Mexico and you're doing shit like that, man, going on planes and going to Miami and like, to me, this is some shit I had never thought that could happen. You know what I'm saying? I wanted it to happen so much, but I never thought. So, let me take y'all back real quick, though. Let me take y'all back to who Eric G really was, or how you want to say it. I did this right here on my show a while back, where I kind of talk about like my mental health stuff and all that. And this episode is not about mental health. This is just like a brief background real quick. I'm born and raised in a small town of Henderson, North Carolina. I did a little quick mini show for my boy Rod and Censor. I did that right there, man, and I'm from Henderson. I lived all over the hoods of Henderson, man. Henderson is like New York almost. You know what I'm saying? It broke up to different, like New York got boroughs or whatever, man. We just got different parts of Henderson. You know what I'm saying? And you got to say Henderson, not Henderson. Henderson. Anyway, so it's broken up to different parts. So you have Flint Hill. Flint Hill is like the hood area, man. That's where, niggas gonna fight, niggas gonna shoot. That's where it goes down there. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm born. That's what I was born into. I was born into Flint Hill. You know what I'm saying? From Flint Hill, you got Mobile. Mobile is a neighborhood. As I got older and lived there, it was more drug friendly. You know what I'm saying? You got the old heads that live there in Mobile. You got a lot of prostitutes. You do got a lot of drugs. I seen a lot of drug busts in Mobile. West End was a neighborhood I moved to after my mom died with my grandmother. West End was the hood too, but West End was more low key. You know what I'm saying? So you had the suburbs that was like up top of the hill, but we lived at the bottom of the hill where all the hood shit went down. So I seen the drive-bys. West End is where I learned how to fight because shit, I got my ass with one damn time. Dude named Antonio Perry beat my ass. I was 8 years old. He beat my ass on the porch for no fucking reason. But I got his ass back. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But I remember I had to learn how to fight. You know, so I was light skinned, had a big box cut, had big teeth, man. I had to learn how to fight. But anyway, man, from there, man, you got West End. But also back at West End, it was like stores. At the bottom of West End had this store called Zackerman's Market, which is blue store. There were ran by Arabs, and it was near a cemetery. And I remember that. Yo, every night, my grandmother, she had diabetes, so what she would do was she would ask me and my sister to walk to the store to get her something sweet. So me and my sister would walk out to the bottom of West End every other night, and it'd be nighttime. And this is about like the late 90s, early 2000s, well, very much late 90s. We'll walk to the store, and I remember that y'all would be terrified, man. I'd be terrified, but I had to be like strong for my little sister. And we'll walk to the stores, and I remember that you'll have people walking behind us, man, and there was a lot of crack going on down there. A lot of people was doing drugs back then. And you'll walk through there, you'll see people just standing in the middle of the road, and they making their deals and stuff like that. So we had to walk right past them. We had to walk right past them to the store to get my grandma something sweet. She'd give us like $2 a piece. And, back then, $2 was like hitting the lotto, because we had like candies and cakes and chips and all that shit. And me and my little sister do little parties and shit with chips. Anyway, and I remember that one night, man, I was just taking my little sister to the store, and as we walking, man, I felt somebody behind us walking, right? So when I walk, I had this thing where I look over at the shadows, and I could see his shadow behind us. And I'm like, so I just whispered to my little sister, stay close to me. Something happened, man. I might fight. And mind you, I'm probably like no more than 9, 10 years old. And now I'm thinking about, why the hell was we walking to the store late night at like 9? I was 9, so my little sister had been 5. We walking late night to the store. But this is a different time. Like, at that time, they used to let us buy cigarettes at the store at like 7. So they didn't care. Like, back then was a whole different time in the 90s. But I remember that I would walk to the store for my grandmother. My little sister, she had been 5, maybe 6. I was like 9, maybe 10. And I remember walking to the store, and I remember this guy behind us walking. And I'm like looking over his shadow, man. So I looked at my little sister, I kind of grabbed her close, looked over the shadow again. And I don't know what this man said. Hey, look, man, ain't nobody gonna mess with y'all. Go ahead. Dude, the way my asshole got tightened, I almost damn started crying. I was scared as hell when he said that, man. I look back, yes, sir. And I told my little sister, man, we hauled ass down the street to the stuff. Got the stuff, left, came back home. Oh, man. Then from there, you have North Henderson. North Henderson is where I never really stayed, but North Henderson is like, it's decent. It's still, it looks old looking as hell if you go to it. I can't really describe it, man. It was just different from what I was used to. And then you have the suburbs where the country club section is, where everybody over there was more like the white folks who had money, big houses, all the other good shit, man. All right. So that pretty much describes where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? And I lived in different areas of Henderson over my lifetime. Like I said through my story, I remember growing up, I'm from Flint Hill. When my mom passed, I moved to West End with my grandmother. My grandmother passed, I moved my dad to Mobile and did all of that shit again as an adult. As an adult, I moved to West End and Flint Hill and back to Mobile. And it was just crazy, man. It's just crazy. All right, I'm rambling now. All right, back to a story. What story should I tell you? Okay, so everybody know one thing. Here's the thing with me. The biggest story that I've been talking about through all the podcast shows that everybody knows me for is the crackhead taking a shit in my bathroom. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and do a brief little run through. If y'all haven't heard it, here you go. For the last damn time, I tell this damn story. I was about 22 years old. I already had my first home. It was in Mobile. I went to the club one night with me and my family member. Me and my family member come to my house from the club. I didn't want them to leave, so they stayed the night in the living room. I had a 1-bedroom house. I had this 1-bedroom house that was small, meant just for me. I had them stay in the living room. I stayed in my bedroom. I had my bathroom that was in my bedroom, the kitchen, and that's it. Okay. So in the middle of the night, so we get home around 3:30 in the morning. I go to bed. They stay in the living room sleep. About 3:30 at night. Okay. My house pitch black dark. I wake up to my family member calling my name, asking me to wake up at around 6:30. So mind you, it's been 3 hours since I've been asleep. And I wake up, they calling my name. I'm like, what the fuck you want? And I'm wiping my eyes, man. I get out of bed. Man, I had this high bed, really, really tall bed. I hop out of my bed. Not even paying mind to what's going on in my room. I walk to the edge of the to the front to the door of my room. I'm like, what's up? So my family member was like, hey, yo, is somebody in the room with you? And I'm thinking to myself, like, what the fuck is this motherfucker talking about? Ain't nobody. I ain't bring no girl home last night. Why the fuck somebody be in the room with me? Then I'm like, what? No, ain't nobody in the room with me. So my family like, yo, are you sure? As soon as he said, are you sure? Something said, yo, Eric, back your ass up. I backed up. I looked in the bathroom, and it was this damn crackhead taking a shit in my damn toilet. He's literally sitting there taking a shit. And I'm trying the best way I can describe. I'm going to say the man's name, man. I don't know if he's dead or alive now, but the guy named Tony. Tony was about 4'11", 5 foot even, maybe. He was really slim, older cat. Had to been maybe in his mid-50s. He looked 60 though. Really scrawny ass dude, big ass head. Had a goatee. It was a gray goatee. He always wore this black jacket, this black like windbreaker jacket. And I remember he had a black shirt on, and some blue jeans, and some black and brown New Balances. And I remember he's sitting there taking a shit in my bathroom. Now, mind you, I've just seen Tony for years. I've been knowing who this dude is for years. You know what I'm saying? I know he had a brother that lived a couple houses down from me named Ralph. God rest Ralph. I think Ralph was killed. I had a good brother named Ralph lived a couple doors down from me. Ralph lived with this gay man who died to Mr. James. But anyway, Ralph lived with Mr. James. I think they was lovers, but I'm gonna get into that story. Anyway, I knew Tony. I'd seen Tony Feldman. Matter of fact, it was another situation where I came home. While I was at home one day, and Tony was sitting on the porch next door to me. I leave to go to the store, come back. Tony found out that Tony had checked my doors to see was they open. This right here was like prior to this whole taking a shit thing. So Tony been watching me for a while. Okay, Tony been watching me for a while. My aunt used to live across the street from me. She came to my house and told me what happened. I went to confront Tony. He was like, nah, man, I'm good. I didn't mean to. I went to the wrong house. All right, whatever. Cool. So back to this story. I wake up. Tony's literally sitting there taking a shit. I spaz out, man. I'm losing my mind. My family member coming over to me. He was like, what's going on? We see Tony taking a shit. We contemplate should we beat Tony's ass, should we not kill Tony? But we still feel like we snatch him. He's sending me a shit. What's going to happen? Shit going to hit the floor. And I ain't got time to clean that up. So like, look, man, fuck it. After all keep going back for about maybe 2 minutes, I said, fuck it. I snatched Tony's ass up. I snatched him up. My family member made him pull his damn pants up. We didn't make this man white. I'm going fast. We snatched Tony's ass up. My family member just told me, yo, pull your pants up. Pull your fucking pants up, nigga. Pull your pants up, nigga. So Tony pulled his pants up. Didn't get a chance to wipe his ass. I know his ass is itching. But he didn't get a chance to wipe his ass. So I'm grabbing Tony now. I grabbed Tony. I picked Tony's ass up the toilet. My family member made him pull his pants up. We made him flush the toilet because you can smell the shit. You can start smelling the shit. So like, you're gonna disrespect us and not flush this goddamn toilet. So you pull him up, man. So he's standing in front of us. Mind you, we towering over this nigga. I'm 6'3". My family member's like 5'9". So we and Tony, mind you, is like 4'11", 5 foot. Tony is so little. Tony comes to like my belly. My belly. And at the time I was slim. But Tony comes to my stomach. And I remember I grabbed Tony, man. Because I was about to fuck Tony ass up. I grabbed Tony. And as I was grabbing Tony was shaking so fucking hard, man. you can see whatever fucking drug he was on just rinsed out his goddamn system. And Tony was like, yo, I'm about to die. Like he was shaking in my hands so fucking hard. And I mean shaking. You ever seen a dog when he you ever watch a dog leave him outside, he get cold, he starts shaking? That's how bad Tony was shaking in my hand. And I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on, nigga? What the fuck you doing in my house? What the fuck you doing in my house, man? And he's like, Tony shaking so fucking bad. Mind you, when Tony got to my house, I knew Tony been breaking in my house for a while. Tony came to my house, took his jacket off, set it on my kitchen table, and went and did his business. So I'm like, man, fuck it. We ain't gonna keep talking no more. I grabbed Tony. I said, I said, beat your ass. I'm just gonna call the police, because if I hit your ass, nigga, I'm gonna kill you. I get Tony by his neck. I dragged Tony through the house. My family member took his jacket off the kitchen table, threw it on Tony's head. My family member's girl was in the living room, because she's the one who even told everybody that somebody was in the house. That would make my family member like call me. So she's amazed. I took Tony. I threw Tony through my screen door. And if y'all ain't from the country, y'all don't know what a screen door is. A screen door is it's a door before you get your actual wooden door. So it's like it's just a door that has a screen on it. Okay, the best way I can explain it. I threw him through it. And mind you, my screen door was made out of wood. That's how old his house was. It was a wooden screen door that was handmade. Anyway, threw Tony through the screen door. He breaks the screen door. He falls on the ground. He gets up. He turns around and see his shitty ass on my porch. My family member like, yo, you better get the fuck up, man. What the type of drug you on? You better get off that shit, nigga. Tony turns around and says, I ain't on no drug. What are you talking about? But I said, fuck it, man. I'm not even going to keep talking to you. I'm just going to say, fuck it. I'm going to let it go. I grabbed Tony, threw his shitty ass on my neighbor's porch. By then, everybody coming outside, man. It was a little small community in the hood. Everybody come outside. The crackheads, the drug dealer, my aunts, everybody come outside. The Mexican living across the street, all of them come outside. And they see this shit going down. I threw them on there, I called the police. The police come. The police ask me questions. And hold on. Did y'all want to believe that the police didn't fucking believe me? Like, all this happened. The police, I'm telling the police the story. They didn't believe none of this shit happened. They kept saying, are you sure that he broke in your house? Are you sure you didn't let him in? I'm like, no, I let a crackhead in my fucking house at 6:30 in the fucking morning. No, I'm just saying, Mr. Green, like this is really odd. Odd because Tony was 50-some years old, little as hell, broke in my big ass house. I'm a big ass dude, broke in my house, and it's odd because I called the police. I said, okay, hey, should I just kill him? No, Mr. Green, no, Mr. Green, no, Mr. Green, don't do that. We take care of it. I'm losing my mind. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. Never had this shit happen to me before. They take Tony into custody, right? They arrest him. I got a picture of it I put on my Instagram. They put him into the backseat of the car, and they take him home. Then me and my family members laughing and joking. My family member, they want to talk to the police because they're like, yo, they thugs. They don't deal with the police. Well, apparently, I had to. Anyway, so I talked to me and my family member laughing, joking, and playing. And I actually laughed about it. I'm like, it's crazy this shit happened. I was mad, but I'm calm down now. Then the part that pissed me the fuck off, the part that really pissed me the fuck off about this whole crackhead taking shit thing was that I had I'll never forget this shit. I was talking to this girl. She had 5 kids. I'll never forget that shit. She had 5 kids. And I'm talking to this girl. And after all this shit happened, I texted her like, look, I'm gonna come over to your house because I need to talk, to chill for a little bit, clear my mind. Now, we weren't serious. I would just talk so much. She talked to while her man was in jail. But neither here nor there. I get ready to leave to come out the house, right? This had to be no more than like an hour later. I get ready to leave to come out the house. I see the same police car coming back down the road. I don't think it was an hour, maybe 35, 40 minutes later. Anyway, I see the police car coming, that same police car that picked Tony up, coming right back down the road. And they dropped this nigga off at his brother's house. Don't say shit to me. don't wave, don't look in my direction. They dropped them off and hauled the fuck on. Dude, I went fucking crazy. I cussed everybody the fuck out. I'm going off like, yo, I see him walking to his brother's house, and I'm going to fuck out. I should go down there and beat his ass. And my family like, yo, E, you need to chill. You don't need to do that. And that time, young and stupid. I was gonna just say fuck it. Apparently, you can do what the fuck you want to do, and shit don't happen. But anyway, all this shit happened, man. I'm losing my mind. I called my sister because I'm getting mad. I actually got so mad, no lie, y'all. I got so mad that I actually went blind, and that was crazy to me. Like, to be so pissed off that you can't fucking see. And I remember hearing old folks say that I'm so pissed off I can't even see straight. Like, that shit fucking happens. My blood pressure got so fucking high, I actually went blind for a good 10 to 15 minutes. Like, couldn't see nothing at all. My sister came, got me. She calmed me down. She took me to the magistrate office. I can't say the name. The sheriff's office. Fuck it. Took me to the sheriff's office. We get to the sheriff's office. I went to the front desk, to the magistrate, whatever name, desk, and I'm going off. Now I'm cussing this lady out. Mind you, I'm in this damn sheriff's office. I can't go to jail. I'm in this motherfucker going off, man. Like, why the fuck you let the dude out, man? This dude broke in my house, and all of a sudden you gonna let this motherfucker out? What the fuck y'all thinking? This motherfucker, sorry, I ain't gonna call her a motherfucker, because she tried. This lady says, "Excuse me, Mr. Green, I'm sorry, but we was told from the police that it was an accident. He accidentally went to the wrong house. He was drunk, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, drunk? The motherfucker's high. The motherfucker's on crack. Oh my God, Mr. Green, we didn't know. Of course you don't fucking know, because you dropped the bitch off. Dude, I'm sitting there going off, losing my mind. I can't believe this shit is happening. I can't believe this shit is happening to me. So, amidst all this going on, she like, "I'm sorry, whatever." And I'm going, I'm like, what if the motherfucker try to kill me? What if he tried to kill me? What if he was getting nervous, he took a shit, and he had to kill me? And she was like, "Mr. Green, just calm down. I said, "You know what? Apparently, I need to take the law into my own hands. If I see this motherfucker again, I'm going to kill his ass." I remember going off. And she was like, "Mr. Green, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that." I said, "I'm going to his fucking house." "Mr. Green, you're going to jail, Mr. Green." No, I said, "What the fuck does it matter?" So my sister trying to calm me down. Everybody trying to calm me down. And I remember I was just so pissed off, man. And my sister didn't put him in. I went in to go to the hospital because I actually went blind again. And my blood pressure was like shit through the fucking roof. Man. I think it was them at 200. And I just remember being so fucking pissed off, man, that I didn't kill this dude. Anyway, so that's the story of the crackhead taking the shit in my house. If you really want to know the whole story, I changed the names in season 2 of my podcast, Random Thoughts with Eric G. Go to it, and it's about the crackheads, the crackhead. But it's in my season 2 on. But you gotta go. This is my audio version. But just go through it on all platforms. You'll see it. But back to the stories. So back to the real story. So, like I said, I couldn't believe that I'm finally at a place of what I dreamed about having 10, 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? A man that was homeless for a good minute. A man that nobody really fucked with. A man that nobody really cared about. I'm able to have my own. And I worked damn hard to get it. I sacrificed a lot to get to this point. And having this podcast actually kind of helped me navigate those thoughts. If I'm going back, I'm gonna go back for real. I'm gonna go through the homeless part. I think that's what I should start with. Start with being homeless, move to becoming a homeowner, move to being in the hood. Well, I was always in the hood, but in the hood. Moving to the shootouts, everything. I'm gonna start before how I got to where I'm at now. Okay, part 1 is how I got from From homeless, as my teacher said in college, from homeless to homeowner. That's gonna be this. That's the story. From homeless to homeowner. Shout out to Miss Bird, my college professor. From homeless to homeowner. That's gonna start this. The truth. All right, here we go. So my first chance of being homeless was back in 2009, 10, 9, 9 was my first chance of being homeless. And this right here is no dig at my dad, man, because I love my dad to death. So after high school, I was trying to figure out my life, man, and I was really going through a hard time. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go to college. I wanted to go to college. I did. And I felt lazy. And I didn't know how to apply myself. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know there was scholarships that I could have got. I was smart as shit in school. Very smart in school. You know what I'm saying? It took me a while to get to that damn point. My dad made sure I was smart in school. He didn't play that damn bad grade shit. But I was smart in school, and I got a chance. I just got to offer a scholarship to a couple schools, man. But it wasn't in my head enough money for me to go. I got offered to this private school. I went UNC Chapel Hills when I got into. I wanted to go there, but never had a scholarship for that. This place called Ferrum College was in South Virginia. I got offered a scholarship for there. I got offered a scholarship to Central University. Was in North Carolina. Was in North Carolina. I didn't get enough money for scholarship, and I didn't know how to do. I was told I can do the workforce type thing. And I'm like, man, I didn't want to do that because I was already a cook in high school. I'm like, I don't see myself flipping burgers to make enough money to pay for college. So after high school, I was kind of like struggling, trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life. I did originally enlisted into the Navy in high school in my 12th grade year. I enlisted to go to the Navy. I signed up to go to the Navy because that's my dad. My dad went to the Navy, and I said, "Fuck, I'm gonna go to the Navy." I remember the first time I talked to the people in the Navy, they told me I weighed too much. I was too heavy. I had to lose 20 pounds to come into the Navy. Which I said, fuck it, I don't want to go there. You know, working at this place down the street from my dad's house, maybe about a good 5-10 minute walk. I said, 10-15 minutes walk from my dad's house called Pacific Coast Feathers, where I made pillows, actual pillows. I made them. My stepmom, she was able to get me on, but she got me on there, but she also didn't get me on there because I kind of had to do like some talking. Like my talk game was kind of good. Anyway, I got on there. I was working, and I was working myself up to enough for me to stop walking back and forth to work. So I bought me a little Jeep Cherokee, 1990 Jeep Cherokee, gray, smoke gray, with some like silver purple tinted windows on it. Anyway, piece of shit ass car. I call it Christine. Had a minus fucking off. Anyway, all that was happening. Now, what I'm about to say this right here is no shot at my dad. My dad did the best he can, but we just didn't have a great father-son relationship at the time. We have the perfect relationship now. I mean, the relationship me and my dad got now is perfect. I wish we had this back then. But anyway, back then, raising sons now, I get it. Raising two sons, I get it. Two teenage boys, I get it. It is not easy. It is not easy raising teenage boys, especially being a man and you trying to do right like by them, and you trying your best, and like sometimes they catch these little attitudes and shit, and you like, man, I'd knock your damn head between the washer and dryer, motherfucker. You don't understand. But back then, I get it. Me and my dad didn't get along. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get along. And I felt like back then, yo, no matter what the fuck I did, my dad's gonna talk some shit about it, man. I'm fucking tired of this shit, man. I'm fucking tired. And back then I didn't really have nowhere to go. I had a lot of situations where people who was my family basically not turn their back on me, but basically just try their best to break me down mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because mind you, I lost everybody young. So when I was getting a chance to latch on to people that I was cool with, that was in my family, not saying anything bad about them, but Some of them just like, look, you only here for a limited time. You know what I'm saying? You only gonna be here for a limited time. So we're gonna be nice to you for a little bit, but you staying too long, you gotta get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? We don't really want you around. I felt that way. And I was told by a couple family members that, look, nigga, we want your little ass around here. Get the fuck out. And I just felt so alone back then. And like I said, plus that, I'm trying to figure out this working situation. I didn't go to college. I'm still staying at home with my dad. I'm 18, about 19 now. Trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. And I just felt me and my dad won't get along like that. He had a curfew for me to come home every night. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to have fun. I can't do nothing. I really didn't do nothing at all back then. I just worked and came home. Had a situation where me and my dad got into it, and I said, fuck it. He told me if I don't like his rules, I can leave. And I remember as he was telling me that, I was taking that goddamn the key off the ring. Fuck it, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Pack my little Jeep up with my shit, and I'm gone. And I jumped my ass in my damn little Jeep, not knowing where the fuck I'm gonna go. And I remember I was so damn depressed, man. I was so fucking depressed back then. And I was like, where the fuck I'm gonna go? And I already talked to one of my cousins. So I was like, look, can I come stay at your house? My cousin's mom was like, you can stay over for a little bit, so to get yourself together until you calm down from your dad. So you can stay over here. And I knew that if I stayed there, she was gonna make me go back home and talk to my dad and work it out with my dad. I already knew that. I just needed to get away for a while. I didn't know where the fuck I'm gonna go. I ended up going to my sister's. Stay at my sister now. My sister. I love her to death. One of my older sisters. She moved back into a neighborhood that I'm from. Me and my sister got different dads. So I apologize. Different moms. So I moved with my mom's mom, who was my grandmother in West End, which I told you about earlier. In West End. So I knew the neighborhood. I knew how hard West End is. My sister was from Mobile, so she's more of from that kind of area over there, like I told you earlier. So it's two different areas. My sister wasn't used to the hood shit that was in West End. So I told her before she moved the house, her husband, like, look, don't move there. It's not a good neighborhood. And she moved right across the street where my grandmother used to live at. And okay. So I went to her and I'm breaking down. I'm losing my mind. I'm panicking. And I was like, yo, I need to figure where to go. I got to figure what to do. And she was like, you know what? Look, just stay here. You can stay here for a while to get yourself together. Okay? I said, okay, cool, thank God. I'm staying with her. So she gave me her guest room she had. And Lord Jesus, this goddamn room. She gave me this guest room she had. And I stayed there, man. I love my sister for the most part, you know what I'm saying? She tried her best. But my sister was one of the women who her husband told she didn't have to work. She like, by damn it, I ain't fucking working. Well, look, me and my sister, we can only live together for a certain amount of time before we get into it, like me and my dad. Because my sister is a reflection of my dad. And I remember just standing there, man. We was getting into it. We would get into it rarely. I was quiet at the time. The first time, I'm like, yo, I'm on your whim. I can't say nothing. It is what it is. So I stayed in the guest room. And I stayed in the guest room for a while. and in the guest room, it was the first, when you walk into the house. Well, how it was, we lived in West End. We lived where my grandmother used to stay on was this dirt road. At the bottom of the dirt road is this one house. That's the house my sister moved into. And we stayed there. And you walk into the house, you had the living room, the guest room, the middle room, which was my niece. And then their room was the big room in the back. They had their own walk-in closet. And it really wasn't quite a walk-in closet, but it's like another small room. Anyway, I stayed in the guest room. It was in the front of the house. I lived there for a minute, and at that time, man, I was trying to get my focus. My mind was like, I can't stay this shit forever, man. And then by then, the neighborhood that we was in now had got worse. It was taken over by the Bloods, man. The Bloods took that neighborhood over, so it wasn't like as laid back as it was when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So the Bloods took the neighborhood over. So it was always like people fighting and shooting, and you had the Crips versus the Bloods going on, and all this shit going on in the neighborhood. And I remember that it wasn't a good place for my niece to stay. And I was like, yo, I tried to protect her and make sure she was good. While staying there, man, we kept getting our shit turned off, man. And I was like, yo, I'm paying all this damn money. and the water getting turned the fuck off, man. And I mean, the water got turned off a couple times, man. I'm like, shit. And then I remember that we didn't have cable, and that got turned off, man. But it was still alright, man. You know, I learned how to become a writer because of that. I just write stories to keep my mind occupied. And I remember just standing there, man. I told my sister, man, I'm gonna figure out my life one day, because I can't go back home to my dad. I can't go back. I can't. I told my dad, when I leave, I'm not coming back no more. And I promised, and that was a promise I made to myself. I'm not going back once I leave. And I came back one time, but that's a whole nother story too. But anyway, we stayed there for a little bit, man. I remember that the first time this shit happened, the first time we got put out the house, was behind on rent. Mind you, I wasn't making no more than like $7 an hour working at my job, $7.25 an hour working at my job. So I didn't have much to help with the rent. I tried my best. My sister's husband, he had a job at the same place I worked. So and mind you, and I look back on it now, we was young as shit. I'm like 19 when I turned. I'm on 19. He had to been like 26, 27. My sister's like 27, 28. So we was young. And we were trying to figure out the shit. So I remember that got behind on the rent, and they came and put our ass out. Well, they didn't put our ass. They told us we had to leave on a certain day. So and that day came. They came and put that damn padlock on that motherfucker until you get whatever the fuck you want to grab and get the fuck out. And I was like, yo, shit, what the fuck I'm gonna do now? Like, what the fuck I'm gonna do now? The place I'm going to get away, I can't go there. We put the fuck out. Where are we gonna do? And I remember that we had a friend that stayed in the apartments. We talked. I was cool with them, so I ended up staying in my friend's house in the apartments. My sister, she was going back and forth to my friend's house and from our friend's house to one of my cousin's house. And her husband went down to his friend's house. But I knew that my sister can go back to my dad's, so I couldn't at the time. And I just remember that, yo, I felt alone, man. I'm like, damn, we put out, man. I'm staying in these damn apartments with these people. Like, there's a white like family, like not a family, a white dude. And I was cool. And I'm like, I'm staying in these damn apartments, man. We're not even supposed to be in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because they do checks over there. So I remember just staying over there. I remember I was flirting with these damn girls over there and all this shit, trying to get like somebody to help take me out and shit. And I remember I had my little Jeep, and I just had my shit in the back of the Jeep. And I remember that at that time, around that time, when I said I was in my depression, it was starting to hit hard. And I remember I would go to the park. I got off work. I worked like first shift, and I went to third. I went to the park, man. I just sat in the park one day, and I just contemplating just eating this shit, man. Right in the first time. Okay? But I didn't. I took my ass. During that first time, I took my ass to back to the Navy recruiting office. And by this time, I had lost a lot of weight. Like I said, I had lost a lot of weight. I was in good shape, man. And I went to the Navy recruiting office, and they was happy to see me. They were telling me how much money I was going to get to go to the Navy. I'm like, yeah. And then they were like, yo, take the ASVAB. I took the ASVAB, and I didn't pass that bitch. I said, damn. These motherfuckers they wanted me to go. They gave me the answers to the goddamn ASVAB. I mean, they gave me a booklet with all the fucking answers. And then I come back in a month and take the ASVAB again. Oh, man. Yo, let me tell you how broken it is. I was so damn low, I couldn't take that shit as an opportunity. I didn't see that shit as an opportunity to get out. I seen that shit as, man, it's another failure in my life. What the fuck I'm gonna do? So I was like, fuck it, man. I ain't going back to that shit, man. I ain't gonna go back to no damn Navy. I don't want to go any fucking way. Fuck it. So anyway, we was out for maybe like a week or so. My sister ended up getting us back into the house. We moved back into the house. Everything peaches and cream. You know what I'm saying? We staying there for a minute. It's cool. While staying there, man, my sister had her brother-in-law come stay. And this nigga was a full-blown crackhead. And he got out of prison. He stayed there before he went to prison, man. He got out of prison, came back. And this nigga, when I say this nigga, tried his best to rob us every chance he could, he did. I used to lock my room at night. This motherfucker, I have bring sodas and all that shit in my room. He'll break in my damn room, steal my sodas out and all that shit. Yo, and then I remember that he broke in my room, stole my sodas. I remember we had this little kid that my sister knew. My sister knew the kid. Knew the kid's sister. And the little boy from Africa. He wasn't a kid. He probably maybe I'm 19, so he had to been he had to been maybe 16. 16, 15, 16. He came to stay with us so he can catch he could take the train to go see his sister. He stayed with us, and the crackhead dude conned his ass. He stole the damn bracelet, a sterling silver bracelet out of my room. And he told the little boy had a solid gold ring that his dad gave him. He told the boy that, look, I'm gonna take your ring to go get it clean. Until then, hold my bracelet. He said, hold my bracelet. Was my silver bracelet until I get back. Yo, his name was Man. Man never came the fuck back. He never came the fuck back. And I remember coming home from work, and I seen this dude outside with other kids playing like a motherfucker with my damn bracelet on. And I'm like, I know goddamn well this nigga ain't steal my damn bracelet. I go in the house and raise hell with my sister. She's like, what's up? How you know it's your bracelet? I go out there, I grab the dude's hand, so let me see your bracelet. There's a pin in that I had that my bracelet broke. I put a pin in it to fix it, and I could feel the pin. I'm like, what happened? Why you get my bracelet? He's scared as shit. He's like, well, Mr. Man told me that he was gonna. Hold on, let me say this real quick. I'm rambling. The kid was from Africa. He was from Africa. And he had his accent. I can't remember. I wish I remember what his name was. And he had an accent. He was like, hey, so Mr. Man gave me the bracelet in exchange for my gold ring. He said he gonna take my gold ring and get it clean for me. And when he said that shit, my heart fell to my shoe. Cause I knew that he would never see that damn ring again. And he was like, Mr. Man gonna come back, right? Mr. Man coming back, right? I'm like, oh man, he's not. And I felt so bad. I told him, let's just keep that bracelet. Man, they come back for another week and a half, man. He was high as shit, man. He took that motherfucker straight to the crack house. Anyway, man, them getting kicked the fuck out. We get him kicking man ass the fuck out. After man got kicked out, man stole the rent money. He stole our damn rent money. And guess what the fuck happened? We got put the fuck out again. And this damn time, man, we got put out, man. I couldn't go to my friend's house in the I couldn't go to my friend's house in the apartments no more. So what I did was we went to the Days Inn, room 266, in the Days Inn. And I remember that we were trying to be like, we tried to hide this shit. So when my sisters, we told it was during the summertime, so my sister had her kids over at her mom's house. So we told them that it was that we were just there for a vacation. So when the kids come over, we get into the pool of the Days Inn and shit, made it like it was fun. But I never stayed there. I would just go, by then I started working 2 jobs. I had a night job and a job during the daytime. And I was like, yo, I was grinding my ass. I was working so fucking hard, yo. Dude, I even saw Avon at one point in time, trying to make some money and get myself on my feet. We didn't get put out. By then, I made enough money for us to get put back into the house. It was out for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. I made enough money for us to get put back in the house. We go back, and by this time, man, my sister's husband gets sick, and he can't work, so now we're really assed out. We don't have no water. We don't have no cable. We just have lights and occasional food. I just remember working in a restaurant. I took a restaurant job so I can eat. I just remember taking a restaurant job so I could eat and have money. My third shift job went to help with the bills. Well, the bills. Help with the rent. And my first shift job went to me just eating and having a little money so I could just get gas. Mind you, again, I was low. In my mind. We went from there. We're about to get put out again. And this time I was like, look, we're going to change our life. We're going to have a new start. We're going to have a fresh start at life. Me and my sister and my brother-in-law all agreed we have a fresh start in life. So we moved to Flint Hill. Well, a beautiful house in Flint Hill though. We moved to this nice big house in Flint Hill. Still the hood, y'all. Still the hood. Don't get confused. But it was this beautiful house in Flint Hill, top of Flint Hill. And we're gonna start a new life, man. And then I went to college. I went to college, and I'm going to college, community college, to study welding. And things were starting to look up, y'all. It was starting to look up for me. I'm staying with them, everything was cool. Then like 4 months later, my brother-in-law randomly died. Unexpectedly, just died. And this shit started all over again. What the fuck we gonna do? And I just remember just like, yo, shit, man, damn, what the fuck I'm gonna do? And mind you, man, this time for me, man, my shit is going crazy. I ain't got money like talk. I've been pulled every goddamn day. Every other week I was getting pulled over from the police about my damn tags in my car. I didn't have insurance. Yo, I got pulled over so many fucking times, man. I knew everybody in the fucking courthouse. I walk in the courthouse and the damn bailiff who took your damn you do the check-in, you walk through like the metal detector shit. She like, Mr. Green, you back again? Yes, Gladys, I'm here. All right, Mr. Green, see you later. And I just go do my thing, coming back out, had to do it over again another month. And I was like, yo, I'm back to trying to figure out how to make ends meet again. Oh shit, man. But this I had my sister trying to figure it out with me. And I keep telling myself, man, I can't do this. There's more to life than this. There's more to life. It's more to life. I pray that one day I can make it. It's more to life. I'm 20 years old now. What I'm gonna do? And I just remember, I'm like, yo, fuck it. I remember, I got the answers to the ASVAB. I'm gonna go back to the Navy. I'm gonna go back to the fucking Navy, and they're gonna take me this damn time, and I'm gonna go this time. I done gave it up twice. I'm going back this third time, and I'm gonna go through with it. Going to the Navy. Life is too fucking hard. I gotta go. Y'all, I get my ass back to the Navy recruiting office. And them motherfuckers done moved. Dude, they moved. They was not in the same building. They not in this damn city. They moved to a whole nother fucking city. They moved a whole fucking office to another fucking city, y'all. And I was like, yo, what the fuck gonna happen now? What the fuck can I do now? I'm stuck. I can't afford to go to, I'm working 2 jobs. I'm going to college. I'm fucking stuck. What the fuck I'm gonna do with my life? What the fuck is gonna happen? And I just remember I broke down again. I cried so fucking hard, y'all. So this time, I'm not even had this show to be depressing like that. That's not even what this series is about. But it's just like I had to go through the bullshit. I'm throwing that bullshit out first. I just remember crying so fucking hard, y'all. I cried so goddamn hard. Until I'm like, yo, man, I gotta get my shit together. And that's when I told my sister, like, look, if we gotta move again, I'm moving on my own. And I always said I wanted to, man. I kept getting knocked down where I couldn't. I just told myself, I said, if I move again, we move again. We can't afford this big house. If I move again, I'm moving on my own. We end up moving again. She moved to she found a new boyfriend. Like for a while after my brother-in-law died. She found a boyfriend. She ended up living in an apartment in the projects near him. I said, fuck it. I had to stay with her till I get on my feet, till I find something. I ended up finding different apartments and all this other shit. My dad told me about this house that was in Mobile. I said, fuck it. Let me check it out. That's when I got to this. I went to this. He told me about the guy who owned the house. It was this older white man. And him and his wife. I remember I went there that afternoon to talk to them. When I finally got a day off from work, from both of my jobs. And I had dropped out of college. I went there to go talk to him. The first time I went to go talk to him, he never opened the door for me, man. I looked rough as hell, man. You could tell I looked like I'm from the hood, man. I didn't have a haircut. I was raggedy as hell, man. All that shit. And mind you, I was going through my pretty boy stage at the same time. I was still talking to girls and all this shit. But this day, I was a little fucking rough. I went and got me a haircut. The last little $20 I had, got me a haircut. I came back. They welcomed me in. I'm 20 years old. They welcomed me in the house. And him and his wife sat me down. Real nice couple. Sat me down and it was like, yo, it's a 1-bedroom house. Can you pay the rent? I'm like, I could try. Go check it out. I go to this house, y'all. And it's the most random looking house ever. It's 1 bedroom. Like I said, it had the wooden doors. I remember that you could walk through the side of the door. It had this wooden porch. Went to the side porch. You could walk through the damn door. I walked through the damn door, man. It was dark. And you could smell like the old, like, must in the house. And I just been looking around, man. The house was like this bright aqua green color. And there was holes in the walls. There was this big wooden door I seen in front of me, which I thought was going to lead me to the bathroom, but that shit led me to the bedroom. And it was pink and Pepto-Bismol pink. And I said, man, fuck this, man. But then I told myself, look, it's either this or nothing, or going back. So I went and told the guy, yes. I said, can you fix it up for me? And he agreed to fix it up for me. And he fixed it up for me. Remember, he painted the floors. He painted the floor. He painted over the tile on the floor a burgundy color. He painted all the walls, fixed the holes in the walls white. The outline of the trim was burgundy. He fixed the living room for me. He fixed the bathroom up for me. He actually fixed it up for me and helped me out a lot. And to this day, I'm grateful because I still got the house, but I'm moved on. And I remember that I lived in there for a while, man. I just remember sitting there that one night, and it was quiet, man. My first night in the house, it was so fucking quiet. I had the furniture that my brother-in-law had that my sister didn't want no more. I had it in the house. I laid on the couch. I didn't have a bed. Didn't have TV. Didn't have cable. I just had a radio in my chair. I laid on my chair in the pitch black dark. For the first time, y'all, I was scared, but I was like at peace. It was so quiet. It was all good for the first time in my life. I felt like I did something right. I got my own home. And I'm sitting here until I got a knock at the door. And it was the first crackhead I ever met. Mike. All right, y'all, man. That's the end of this story right here, man. This is the end of the truth, man. I appreciate y'all checking this out. This your boy Eric G, man. Check out this story, man. I got many more coming up, man. And I say man a lot. I got many more coming up. Please check out all my other series, Random Thoughts with Eric G, the podcast. Check out the game night. Check out local spotlight artists. Also check out my other series I got coming up called Words to the Wise, which I'm bringing on 2 podcasters with me every night. You can call into it, leave your own advice, say what you want to say, everything. I got new episodes of all my shows coming up every week. Stay tuned. It's going to be on Spotify. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Facebook. It's going to be on TikTok. It's going to be on Pandora and all those other platforms. And I got a new episode that's ready coming up probably another week or so. And y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed it. And check y'all out again, man. And like I always say, God bless you. Peace.